Not that Kabooble would know. Apparently they're watching no audio. Dude, I'm like the worst wizard ever. On everyone's souls, we stepping on bladders like brake pedals. You see what Kabooble's doing? Kabooble's listening or watching without audio and piss posting, pee-pee posting in my chat, and she can't hear me say stop pee-pee posting. That's like cheating. That's really funny. That's really funny. She's cheating. She's found a loophole in the system. That sucked. That was a sucky fight. You know, the thing about the runes, they're bad. They don't land right. Like, half the time they don't work, and they still eat my mana bar. Like, half the time they don't land on the ground right, but they still have a mana cost. And that, I find that vexing. I find that upsetty spaghetti. Also, Valdemir is not here. Like, where do you go? He was just with me. This game is broken. This game is broken. What? He's very upset at my tactics. Sorry. I gotta level my destruction somehow. It's working really well is the thing. It's working really well. What, buddy? It's like Scooby-Doo shenanigans, man. He didn't even see it. Oh, speaking of Scooby-Doo, I watched the Scooby-Doo live action movie. I watched Scooby-Doo 2002. And put the review up. 2.5 stars and a heart is I mean, I've seen it a few times, you know. I'm a child of the 2000s. I'm a child of the 2000s. I was born 2002. I like it. I like it fine. It's okay. It's aggressively of the 2000s. And I would say in a way that's less charming than, like, Surf's Up. Because Surf's Up is from 2007. And it's aggressively of the 2000s as well. And I would say it's more charming about it than Scooby-Doo. And I mean, listen, the movie's okay. It has a few laughs. It's funny. It's funny. A little. It has its moments. Get pranked, idiot? It has its moments. But I at my core am the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo fundamentalist. So I kind of disagree with a lot of the sentiment put forward by the movie. The villainization of Scrappy-Doo, the revisionist history of, like, everyone hates Scrappy. They all hate him in the group. He's a real piece. We don't like him. I don't really vibe with all that because, like, I remember the days when it was just Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy, and Flim Flam. And they were all getting along. Scrappy was cutting it up a little, but, like, you know, they liked Scrappy. happy. They liked him, and Daphne was holding the group together, and I don't like the personalization of Daphne as being the girl who gets captured when in the 13 Ghosts we know that she basically embodies Fred, Velma, and herself at once as one person when she's just working with the boys. So, like, I don't know. It's a little new age Scooby-Doo for my taste. It's a little modern attitude Scooby-Doo. And it's just not for me. I'm a Scrappy-Doo apologist because I think he's done nothing wrong. I think he's painted as a scapegoat for the show's lack of success for a period. But Scrappy-Doo was not the problem back in the day. The problem was that they had a whole series that was just Shaggy and Scooby, and it was basically baby sensory videos, negative way, not in a positive way, and it sucked. It came together when they brought Scrappy, Daphne, and Flim Flam in, and that was peak. That was peak. And they don't respect that, really. But it was funny, like, I mean, the girl's name is Mary Jane, and she's like, oh, I'm Mary Jane, and Shaggy's like, whoa, that's like my favorite name, man. Like, that's pretty funny, and it's cute. It's pretty self-aware of, like, we're a Scooby-Doo movie, we're gonna play the hits, and that's funny. But, like, overall it's 2.5. It's okay. There are better Scooby-Doo experiences, but it's not bad. If you watched it as a kid and you haven't watched it as an adult, you should watch it again, just for the laughs of being like, wow, I remember liking this as a kid, and, like, it's okay now. It's alright. It's alright. I keep almost watching The Mask, and I haven't watched it yet. But I don't know, I want to watch it. I don't even think it's going to be, like, super, super good, but it's like Jim Carrey in his prime, and the other Jim Carrey in his prime movie kind of ends on a distasteful note for me, personally. Listen, I'm not going to say that Ace Ventura is, like, transphobic. I think it's very of its time, and I don't like it. I'm not going to say if you like it, you're, like, a bad person. I'm not even going to say that the bit at the end is even ooper duper transphobic or anything. I think it's just poorly. They could have ended it better. I think it flubbed. I think it flubbed. I don't think it's evil or malicious. I haven't seen it in a long time. But I don't think it's like a hate movie. I remember laughing at most of it as a kid. And I do remember getting that bit and being like, I don't love that. Not a big fan. But, like, you know, I think it's whatever. But I've never seen The Mask, so I'd watch The Mask. I like Jim Carrey. He's alright. He's pretty funny. I like him in the live-action Grinch. I love him in that interview where he does the Grinch face, like, I must stop Christmas from coming this year, and his whole face melds like clay. That's incredible, man.
They come up to me in the street, and, you know, their parent says, you know who that is? That's the Grinch. And I go, I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming. You know, and their parents go, oh, I thought it was makeup.
So, like, I don't know. I should watch it. I should watch Ace Ventura again, honestly. I mean, I know I'm not gonna love the ending, but, like, whatever. Again, I don't think it's, like, a hate movie. I think it's just, like, cis people just be saying anything, you know? And they'll ban you on Twitter for saying that. But, like, they just, you know, it's like the image of, like, talking about gender with your, like, queer polycule, and it's like the Greek philosophers and stuff talking about gender with, like, your cis relatives, and it's like the baby putting the square block in the circle block, and, like, listen, I think that image is a little condescending. I think it's a little I got cis relatives who are woke as hell. Personally, I don't know. Not everyone's family's the same, and my heart goes out to you if your family sucks. Like, there are a lot of locked in cis people, man. There are a lot of people who get it. Like yeah, with my queer polycule or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I'm a weird boy girl thing. I'm a lolly shota little girl boy thing. I'm silly. And with a lot of people just out and about, I'm like, yeah, I'm like a woman or whatever. Or girl. I just say girl. I don't like woman. You get it. I don't like calling myself a woman. I like calling myself a girl. I would never call myself a man, but I would call myself a boy. But anyway, so, I'll be like, yeah, I'm like a girl. And they'll be like, okay. But, like, I don't know, even around, like, my parents, I'm like a girl-boy thing. And they're like, yeah, that's chill. They get it. I mean, I even talk like that around, like, my grandma. And my grandma woke as hell. She's like, yeah, okay. You do you. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I think that's the thing people forget about, like, quote-unquote, like, normal person, normies. There are evil normies out there, for sure. But, like, not because they're normies. They're just, like, some people are just messed up, Holy... Valdi, do you want some armor?
What do you need, Faye? Do you need something from me, Faye?
Hold on. Can he wear this?
Carry something for you?
Oh, you better bet he can wear it. That's sick, dude. That's sick. Anyway, listen, there are evil normies for sure, but 99% of normies, like, people, you'll always see doomer posting of like, oh, I can't own this Mahiro figure because people will think I'm a pedophile. And it's like, no, man, I don't think so. I think they'll be like, oh, that's an anime girl figure. Cool, dude. Or like, yeah, whatever. At worst, they'll be like, I didn't really need to know you were into that sort of thing. And then just not talk about it anymore. That's like the worst case scenario. And that's not that bad, man. I mean, I had this interaction like months ago where Soy sent me a Onamai figure. She was like, look at this figure, isn't it cool? And I was like, I love that. And she was like, yeah, but top 10 things to own. Top 10 things that'll make like your parents think you're a pedophile if you own it. And I was like, I don't think so. And my dad was literally in the room, and I showed him my phone. And I was like, what do you think of this? You think if you own this, you're like some kind of sicko? And he laughed. He was like, nah, I don't think so. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. It's easy, man. People don't care. People mind their own business. No one's gonna, in real life, no one's gonna look at, like, the anime you like and be like, that's kind of a problematic media. Only people who are poisoned by the internet say stuff like that. And they don't go outside. They're LARPers. 90% of the internet is people who don't go outside with a periscope looking at the outside world, not through their own eyes, and going, this is awful, I hate this, and then going to other people on the internet, not outside, and going, this is what it's like out there. It's awful. I hate it. And they're like, oh my god, it sounds awful out there. Meanwhile, you go outside and it's like, hey, how you doing? I'm alright. Oh, good. Weather, huh? Yeah, the weather. Yeah. Been watching a lot of TV lately. Oh yeah, any good shows? Some good shows. Cool. Netflix is expensive, huh? Yeah, it's kind of expensive. Go to work, though. Go to work, though. And that's it, man. And then you just keep walking. It ain't that hard, I'll be honest. I'm a socially... Like, I'm not very good at socializing. I get extreme social anxiety, and I, like, cry when men look at me funny. And I still manage to walk to the store every few days and buy some things and talk to people and go, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's alright. Oh, you play. I'll wear like a video game shirt, and the nerdy guy behind the cash register will be like, "Oh, you like video games?" I'll be like, "I love video games." I'm like, "Oh, I've been playing the new Resident Evil a lot." I'll be like, "I haven't played that yet, but it looks fun." Yeah, and that's it, man. It's that easy. It's that easy. it's the easiest thing of my life. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm like mentally 12 years old and really stupid, and I can still go outside and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" "Ah, I'm pretty good." It's easy. People aren't insane outside. There are some insane people outside. Listen, sometimes you'll be driving down the highway and see someone with a Cybertruck with like Trump wrapped on it. Like that happens, but they're just driving. You won't interact with them. It'll be okay. It's fine, man. No one in real life is gonna see your anime you like and be like, "What the hell? That's a Diddy anime, I think. That's a problematic media." No, man. At worst, they're gonna go, "I don't like those cartoons that much," and never talk about it again. Because people in real life don't fixate on something they dislike and make it their personality to hate it. Again, like, racist people exist, but that's a whole other ballpark. Those people aren't normal and aren't that common overall. I live in the American South, man. If anyone is gonna run into those people often, it's me, and I don't run into them that often. I'll keep it so real with you. I don't run into them that often. They also don't go outside that much. They're also terminally online. They're posting on Facebook about, "Did you see the new Mom Donnie?" Like, they're not out there, man. They're not out there. They're posting about the New York mayor when they live in Alabama. They're on Lakefront Bargain Hunt, man. They're on the TV buying lake houses for their little pseudo-Aryan family. They're not like real people that you run into that often. It's crazy, man. You just gotta go outside. You just gotta go outside and trust in the kindness of others a little. It's pretty chill out there. Buy that Onamai figure. Buy it. It is expensive, though. I'll give you that. The weekly-ish rant about people who are on the internet aren't real people, and you should just enjoy art. Comes up very frequently. I guess that's part of the domain of being a little lolly show VTuber. It's like, 'cause I am that art, man. I embody it. It's so expensive. Spells are so expensive these days. Got him.